Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alabama Reloader here. So today's video is gonna be a fun one. At least I hope it is. So I posted, some of you guys saw, I posted a picture of some factory ammunition, the Hornady Precision Hunter, I believe. Yes, the Precision Hunter in 6mm Creedmoor. It's got the 103 grain ELDX bullet. Posted a picture of that. My brother just picked up a Ruger American Predator chambered in that cartridge, and that's actually one of the rifles that I first started to reload for way back when. I guess when the 6 Creed had just come out. This was probably 2018. That was around the time I just started my YouTube channel, and I had been reloading for a few years, and picked up, I believe I picked it up maybe in 2017 or 2018. Picked up that Ruger American Predator in 6 Creed. I thought I was buying a 6.5 Creedmoor, and I put the gun on layaway. When I went to pick it up, it was a 6 Creed, and the guy that the store I was buying it from, that's what they pointed out. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna go with the 6 Creed," and I was like, "Do what?" Because I hadn't even heard of that cartridge until it was released, and I actually had purchased one in my hands. So yeah, so I loaded for that thing, and that was still to this day one of the most accurate factory rifles that I've ever owned and shot. I mean, it would just shoot amazing. So my brother ended up picking one up and had some factory ammo to go with it. I actually still have some hand loads from way back when. I no longer have the gun, but I have 50 rounds loaded up, 15 with what I believe are the 108 grain ELD match bullets, and then I think the other 35 are the Spear 100 grain boat tail Spitzer point bullets, I believe. Not 100% sure on that, but I've got 50 rounds loaded up from probably the 2018 time frame. 2018 something, yeah, probably 2018. So we're gonna go to the range and just see how they shoot. Probably shoot god awful at this point in time, but who knows? I mean, they shot really well back in the day for the 6 Creed that I had. So we'll see if it transfers over to this one, see if this particular copy of that rifle actually likes this ammo or not. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're also gonna I'm gonna shoot the Precision Hunter. I'm gonna use the Garmin chronograph just to see how well it's doing, as it relates to the box listed velocity and all that. So all right, y'all tag along and let's see how it goes. About to be at the range, so y'all hang tight. All right, guys, so I'm about to shoot the Ruger American. I've got a few rounds in the mag here, so gonna see if we can actually hit paper. It looked like it was pretty much hopefully dialed in or close to it. I bore sighted, took the bolt out and did a quick bore sight on it, just looking through the barrel and trying to line it up with a scope. Looked pretty close. So, and it is cold out here, by the way. It's like 40 degrees, and luckily the wind's not really blowing now, but for the past probably 30 minutes it's been a sustained 6 to 10 mile an hour wind, and it's cold. So had to break out the hunting gear. that first velocity was 2891. So on the box, it shows a muzzle velocity of 3,050 feet per second. Of course, that's probably out of a 24-inch barrel, if I had to guess, which I don't believe this one has that. So yeah, probably out of a 24-inch barrel. And it's probably not in 35-degree temperatures, so losing a little bit probably on environmental conditions, and shorter barrel. So I was pretty close on my bore sight, by the way. That was 2892. Man, my hands are freezing. Golly, they're cold. Y'all might be able to hear that wind a little bit now. It's starting to pick back up. .901 on that one. What I'll end up doing, I'll probably just shoot 10 of these Precision Hunter rounds, and then I'll switch over to the hand loads that I still have left over from the last time I loaded for this cartridge. So that way, 10, that should give us a decent idea of how this stuff is going to perform, velocity wise in essentially what would be your standard hunting conditions. I mean, it's wintertime, it's January, almost February. Here in Alabama, the hunting season actually for whitetail deer, the season goes through February 10th. And so today would be a standard day of being out in the woods in the wintertime. You got temperatures right at 40 degrees with a wind chill down in the 30s. And it's going to be colder than that, some parts of winter. So this would be pretty much what you could expect performance-wise for this stuff. So let me, I'll just shoot 10. So I've got 3 more loaded up. So I'll just shoot 10 overall. And I've also got to shoot some 243 Winchester. Working on that project for my buddy Adam and his son Cade. So I've got the Federal Power Shot. I need to shoot those just to kind of get a baseline of performance with a 100-grain bullet, and to see how it does in that particular rifle. It's that Savage 110. So, and the scope on this thing is a center point, so really cheap optic. Glass is good enough, just to get out here and shoot. I mean, it's probably good enough to go hunt with, but it's not great. So I love how little recoil there is in the 6 Creedmoor. I mean, same thing in 6.5, but I just got done shooting my 7 rim mag So yeah, big difference. So here's the 7 rim mag. That's a slight difference, but working on some Barnes 160 grain TSX loads for the 7 rim mag. So that thing kicks decent. That one's 2869. I forgot to tell you the other one. I think it was the one I just shot. I believe before this one it was like 2880 something. So right now our slowest velocity is the one we just shot, the 2869, and our highest is the 2901. I know people are not a fan of the stock that are on these Ruger Americans, but for this one at least, the forend does seem to be pretty rigid. I know I've had some in the past, some just standard Ruger Americans, that the forend, man, it flexed quite a bit, and so it is a pretty crappy stock. But on this particular one, the forend seemed pretty stiff and rigid, so it's a big bonus, because especially if you're out hunting and you're trying to prop this up on something, and all of a sudden now you've got the stock making contact with a barrel, and it's, it can cause some issues. So just be aware of that. All right, so that one was our slowest velocity so far. That's 2856. And I'll shoot 4 more and then we'll be done. I don't want to burn up all this factory ammo. That's not the point. Not the point of the video, so I'm just going to shoot 10. That way we get a baseline of performance with this stuff. With this particular rifle, obviously it'll change rifle to rifle, so. Yeah, there we go. All right, so this mag holds 4. I couldn't remember if it was 3 plus 1 in the chamber, if it actually held 4, so there's 4 rounds in the mag, but you ain't getting another one in there, so. All right, let's just finish it off and see how it does. That was 2885. And really, one of the main reasons I wanted to come out and shoot today, even with the weather as cold as it is, was simply for this reason here, is barrel heat. You know, in Alabama, in the summertime, when it's 105 degrees and the humidity's through the roof, it's hard to come out and get a lot of shooting done without being here all day and just taking forever to let the barrel cool down and all that. But in the wintertime, try to take advantage of the cold days to actually get out here and get some more rounds on target. Plus, nobody's here. I'm the only person here today, which is really nice. That's one of the reasons why I love this range, Hobbs Island Shooting Range. Shout out to them. So been a member here for, I think, 3 years now. Yeah, just really big fan. All right, got 3 more. That one was 29.11. So that's been our fastest so far. So again, the box velocity was 3,050. So you can definitely see right now the average is 28.86. So we're a pretty decent ways off the listed velocity. So that's another reason why you really want to get a chronograph, if if at all possible. Even if you're not a reloader, if you're just a standard, hey, I go and buy factory ammo and I go and hunt, right? If you're one of those guys, you really need to get some type of chronograph. If you want to go with like the Caldwell, some of the ones that are down around $100, you can't trust the box velocity. I mean, I'm sure that's what Hornady got in whatever test barrel they use to get the data, blah blah blah, all that stuff. That's not what is going to be coming out of your rifle. Okay, hate to break it to you. You might be close in some cases, but you can see we're way off on the muzzle velocity. So if you're trying to go off this, and they have a 200-yard zero, so if you zero it at 200 yards and then try to utilize the trajectory data that's on the box, then you're going to be way off. So that's why a chronograph it can come in handy for sure. Even if you don't reload, just being able to gather your velocity data off factory ammunition, it makes a huge difference. All right, I think I got 2 more. That was 28.90. We'll go ahead and knock out this last one and switch over to the 243. That was 28.84. So the final average for the 10 shots is 28.86.9. So almost 28.87. Which is not bad at all. That'll kill a deer. That deer will be just as dead whether it's going 28.87 or 3,050. I can tell you that right now. All right, I got to make a slight scope adjustment. To go over just a little bit. I gotta go down as well, but I'll take you guys down there and show you the group. Actually, not a bad group at all, so y'all hang tight. All right guys, so down here at the target, I'm just tired of being cold, plus I've essentially shot everything that I wanted to today. Still need to get a little bit more done, but so right here, this was the 10-shot group with the Hornady Precision Hunter 103 grain ELDX load. So you can see, not the best in the world. That was actually the first shot. So pretty decent spread between those two. there, and then you've got the other 8. Not bad at all, especially for factory ammo. After that, I mean, I was shooting some 7-rim mag and other stuff, so I'll go over that in a separate video, you know, a video dedicated strictly to that. But so that's 5 shots with a previous, like I was talking about, the hand loads that I worked up previously, and they've just been sitting in my closet for, I don't know, probably 6 years now. So you can see those shot pretty good. Not too bad there. It was a 5-shot group. I think I'll have to go back and look at the velocity data. Not that it even really matters. I can't remember what powder was even in these things. I have no clue at this point. I just know it. I think it's the 108 ELD match bullet. And then there's the 100 grain spear load. Is a hunting load that I'd worked up, which it's not bad. I mean, I think those dots are 1-inch dots, maybe. I think those are 1 inch. So you can see, you know, just kind of move this up slightly. It's going to be larger than 1 inch, but it'll definitely get the job done. You know, that's the 100 grain spear boat tail Spitzer point. So there you go. That's where we're going to leave it. We're just going to call it done on this video. It's already super long with the shooting in it and everything. Don't really care about measuring the groups, but yeah, not bad. So that gun's definitely a shooter, especially with whatever load that was. But that's where we're going to leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you next time. Y'all have a good one.